Good evening and welcome. How are we all doing? Hopefully you can hear me okay and the Sturman is deliving. Let's load up American Truck on the Linux, of course. And we'll see how we get on. Hope you're all safe and well. I'm super excited for tonight's live stream. It's going to be great fun. Bit of a journey, bit of a trip I've taken, but anyway. I've also gone ahead and added a second MACK to the fleet in full case livery, but this time with a much less powerful Detroit diesel engine in it. So hopefully you'll all enjoy that. We're currently just taking a job smack into the middle of coast to coast territory. Excuse me. So it'll be interesting to see how the map holds up and the reshade and the truck and the game and everything else. We're in our beautiful little MACK by Harvard in full cat livery, and we're heading to Pratt. You could argue once a Pratt, always a Pratt. Let me just check the chat. Hey up Robin, how you doing? Lovely to see you. Hope you're safe and well. I'll try and check the chat on a regular basis. I tell you what, I could actually put my phone up, couldn't I? That'd be an idea, wouldn't it? Just saying. Then I'd be able to monitor it without keep alt tabbing. So we're currently on Linux Mint 22.1, but we are using the custom Mesa drivers and the highly customized XanMod kernel, as we quickly discovered that the base stuff is great for everyday stuff, but if like us you want to do yourself, you've missed this. Oh bless you. Well, lovely to see you Robin. I hope you're safe and well. I'll try and keep my eye on the chat. So here we are in our beautiful MACK on the Linux Mint. Let's fire her up.
Calculating route. Please proceed to highlighted route.
Of course have a Cat C18 diesel engine installed in the MACK, and of course it's all Star Wars'd up. As you all know, I'm a big Star Wars, the Old Republic fan. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, and of course Jedi Academy. Now this is our own trailer. It's running on super budget hardware on the Linux Mint 22.1, and I'm absolutely delighted and happy to be back off the wind blows and back on the Linux after American Truck got fixed with some heavy duty Mesa and kernel updates. So we've got a 17-hour 25-minute trip, but this little MACK, although it's a little MACK, she could pull off a cliff off the side of Dover. Don't worry about that.
Yards,
and hopefully on your stream screen it looks gorgeous. Hey up Nabby, stay up Bex. Lovely to see you all. Hope you're safe and well. How was the trip to Acapulco, Beck? Was it good? You didn't overdose on too many pina coladas, just saying. I've got a holiday booked this year. I'm going Winterview. Very nice. For the uninitiated, that means I'm going to stand at the window and admire the view.
200 yards, turn left.
Now, I'm very, very happy with the profile. For those that haven't seen it, it's the whole of the US and Canada. We've got some SCS DLC maps in here. We've got coast to coast, which gives us this huge map. And we've pretty much got most of Canada, if not all of it. So all that's left for us to do is to drive the pants out of it for the rest of the year, along with the other games that we're live streaming. Excuse me, I'll try and keep a lid on the swilling coffee and vaping and all the rest, because some of you find it a little annoying, but I can't help it, it's what it is.
Then turn right.
If you really hate it that much, then please go
right.
watch other content. Screw it, I'm going, because I've got the perfect trajectory. I think you'll find the other MACK in the case livery is going to be a bit of a different kettle of fish to this one, that's for sure. Yeah, we are clear. So in that one I'll be aiming for a 45-50 mile an hour cruise speed. In this one, we can pretty much pick her own, because she's so darn quick, which is nice for these longer journeys. I know it's not doubled down on the realism, I get that, but nevertheless it's a bit more interesting for you guys and girls, and it's a bit more challenging for me not to hit stuff. Just saying. There's that
then immediately exit right.
Oh,
Recalculating
I've
route.
gone wrong. No shot there really, Ebeez, is there, you chap? God, these intersections really are mighty confusing. If there's no barriers, I might be a bit of a chap. No, there is barriers.
Keep right, then immediately exit right.
So no need to be a chab. You can just come off here, spin round and go back down, I'm guessing. Now, although I have,
turn left.
you know, although I am resembling a pocket rocket, I'm not being ridiculous. Ooh, really? That's bad news for you, big boy. Just saying.
Turn
In your
left.
lovely Ford Mustang. That's probably now totaled. The other thing is, if you come to this stream expecting to see pro driving, well, unless we're in the case, not going to happen, just saying. We have also got the SCS Ep02 in full mint livery. Let's get the pedal on the metal, because we don't want to hang about with this delivery. 75 will do nicely, as the actress said to the bishop. Whether the PC can stream it and cope with it is another matter, but we'll certainly have a go. Hey up, Robbie, how you doing? Hope you're safe and well, lovely to see you. Really feel like we're nailing these streams, just saying, and having a ton of fun along the way. There might be the odd micro stutter or micro freeze. Not the end of the world, is it? I think we can put up with it. And we've got plenty of cargo variety as well. Although does it really matter what we're hauling? I guess not really. Whoosh. Apart from this cat is a bit unrealistic. Apart from that, it's all good. It's not bad. really did fancy a Detroit diesel. I don't know whether it's going to be a... I hope it's going to be a screaming two-stroke in the case. And as I say, that will be a more conventional... I don't like the word, not really, realistic. Immersive, I think, is better. Please don't pull over on me. Chap, yeah, I thought you would. Well, you know, that's life on the highway. So far, so good. We'll hold it at 75 in our little pocket rocket. Just saying. Pro driving by Ebeez, of course. You'll not see this quality of content anywhere on YouTube, just saying. And it's pretty darn good to watch as well. Now, obviously, once we go into immersive mode, using the case, then it might become a little bit more boring to watch for you guys and girls, but I am absolutely loving it to bits. The other games that I'm going to be streaming are all morning streams, and they are all pre-advertised on the YouTube. So it's basically the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, Star Wars The Old Republic, and World of Warships. Those will always be streamed of a morning. The evening streams will always be my beloved American Truck Simulator, as we do need to make some progress for the rest of the year on American Truck. So the idea with the cat livery in MACK is to make a 17-hour drive not feel like a 17-hour drive, but absolutely legit. Just saying. Looks fantastic. I know I've done an amazing job on the Linux. I know, thank you all. Modest to the last, of course. And I'm very, very happy with it. Very delighted with it. I wish the bloody road had straightened out. Just saying, we're not in Australia. Struth, Shayla. Bloody road's bending. A bit of nice and straight would do the trick, rather than all these bends, especially at speed. Don't worry, when we're in the case, we'll enjoy the surroundings and do a bit of map discovery. When we're in the cat, we're just a pocket rocket, and it's just about getting from A to B as quickly as we can. As I say, I won't exceed this speedometer, which has 80 miles an hour on it as the top end, so do not concern yourselves. I won't be doing 150 or as I've been known to do in the past, 600 miles an hour. Do a 17-hour job in 10 seconds. I was thinking of popping over to Peenemünde though and buying a couple of those World War II rocket engines. And I thought, well, you know, enough's enough. I know some of you do love the realism or the immersion or whatever the hell you want to call it. Me, I just love the trucking. I really do. And sometimes it's nice to be serious and immersive, and other times it's nice to be silly and wacky. And tonight we're a bit silly and a bit wacky until we complete this job and hop into the case, and then we'll get all serious and immersive. Not that we can't be serious and immersive in this bad boy, which we could, of course. It's just that, you know, you touch the accelerator and whoosh, you're gone. Cat C18, for those of you that are wondering, is actually a originally a marine engine, and you'll find it powering speedboats, not driving trucks. But hey, look, this is Ebeez. What did he expect? Always expect the unexpected. She sounds fantastic, by the way. I hope the game sound is loud enough for you to enjoy the pants out of it, as I'm doing here. As I say, the Detroit Diesel should be a screaming Detroit Diesel. Hey ho, we'll have to see. I have got various engine sound packs installed, so on this profile. So you know, we've got plenty of options available. Certainly on the SCS trucks as well. Just bear with me a second. Let me just catch up with the chat. I've said hey up Robbie, hey up Jeff, hey up Metal. Windows take a dump PB. No, Windows is fine, it's just that Linux got fixed. So hey ho, my first love will always be Linux. You're on Arch, and the interesting thing is that lately my games have been running like shit. But on Arch, buttery smooth. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I had a situation where on Linux Mint some games just stopped working, and the new Proton 10.1 just busted. And I don't think it was helped by the meta drivers and the ZanMod kernel that I'm running. So I went back to Windows, which is the PC that sat next to it. I've got two PCs here, one with Windows and one with Mint. For about a week, I don't know, a few days, stayed on the Windows, booted up the Linux Mint, down come a metric arse ton of updates, and hey ho, everything's fixed, and you're watching, that's what you're watching now. Jeff, tried it again off screen, 16:9, just as buttery. Good for you, Jeff. Hey up Don, tried that other Battleship game. Not bad. Oh, did you really? What, the Leicester one? Yeah, it's a lot more player immersive than the wargaming one, that's for sure. But I've got another one for you, Don, that you're gonna love, and it's not as good as World of Warships, I'll be honest. But it's very small, very light, and it's kind of a rip-off of World of Warships, if you like. But anyway, I'll try and showcase it sometime this week. And it is a free-to-play Warships game as well. It's not going to replace my World of Warships anytime soon. But of course I don't have the Leicester, the Russian version, installed on the Linux Mint. That's on the Windows. So on the Linux Mint I'm on the proper, full-blown, take the piss, well, warships. But I'm not actually on my main account, I'm on my free-to-play account, and I've been setting it up so in the next World of Warships live stream, why are we pottering? I'll do a little bit on how I've set the account up, why I've set it up, and you know, bear in mind it is World of Warships, so there's a lot of grind involved. And with World of Warships I am seriously thinking at stopping at tier 6, because I think tier 6 and above just costs you way too much money to run. You know, you find yourself losing a shit ton of credits even if you win and have a good battle, because everything to replace and repair is so expensive, especially for a free-to-play player. So I've unlocked tier 5 myself on my free-to-play. Next tier is tier 6, but I'm literally thinking of just stopping at tier 6, because tier 6 I can access most modes, not all modes, but most modes. Certainly the modes that I want to play. And as a free-to-play player I can have a metric arse ton of fun without spending a goddamn penny on said game. I can really practice being a cheap bastard. as David called me. So anyway, that's all to come next week. Lots of stream action next week. So I hope you'll all dive in and fill your boots, enjoy the content, which I know is the highest quality on YouTube for a Linux streamer. I know that, I get it. And I hope you're all going to dish the Ebeez out, because let's be honest, my streams without a boost from you, well, it's like the most tropical jungle having 0 rainfall. Not going to happen, just saying. So make sure you come to my live streams fully loaded, stoked and poked, and ready to dish it out to old Ebeez. That's what we're here for. Your pleasure. Not mine. Just saying. This is all really going rather so well, isn't it? So we're down to 12 hours already, 49 minutes. That's in game time. Wow. And the game is running buttery smooth, even at speed, which I have to be honest shocks me. You know, and a lot of it is thanks to Linux Mint, but also a lot of it is the Mesa drivers and the ZanMod kernel. So if you are going to use Linux Mint for gaming, I would 100% heartily recommend the Mesa drivers if you're on an all AMD card or all AMD PC, and the ZanMod kernel. ZanMod doesn't really matter whether you're on AMD or Nvidia. It's more CPU related, so you need to choose the right ZanMod kernel for your CPU. And information on how to do that is on the ZanMod website. I've already done a video on this with all the relevant shortcut links underneath it, so it's just a case of you lot going and hunting it down if you're interested. For those of you that's on Windows or Mac, well, I guess you don't give a fuck. Just saying. But it is good to be back on my Linux PC, that's for sure. And I am thinking of running some cheeky upgrades on this PC, namely the processor, upgrading the Ryzen 5 1600AF either to a Ryzen 7 or a Ryzen 9, because AM4 versions of those processors now are very, very reasonable. I've seen really good Ryzen 7s going for as cheap as 100 quid, and Ryzen 9s for between 130 and 150 quid. So we could really give the PC a right good boost by upgrading the 6-core 12-thread CPU, perhaps to a 12-core 24-thread CPU on the Ryzen. I think Ryzen 7 is the best bang for the buck, but I think the Ryzen 9 just goes a little bit above and beyond what the Ryzen 7s can achieve. So anyway, that's my thinking. I've got no plans to come off the AM4 platform, because I think AM4 at this moment in time is outstanding value for money, and I think AM5 is a waste of money unless you're playing the latest AAA games. Hey up CFW, lovely to see you. Hope you're safe and well. Thank you everybody for joining. I hope you're enjoying the content. I was sub when you were the Windows help guy, then the Linux help guy. Well, I was going a lot longer than that. There are people who remember me as Puppy Linux World. That's going back. Just saying. Before that on Hair Metal, when we were on the Puppy. Yeah, that's right, Don. You got it. The MX Advanced Hardware stack has been very pleasant. Yeah, I tell you what, the MX Linux is an absolute amazing distro, and I was on the MX AHS edition for quite a while. Don't need anything above a 7, period. Well, thank you, Don. That's That's told me. So you're saying I'm chucking good money after bad if I go for the Ryzen 9. Well, thanks for that, Ardon. That's a good shout. Have I got the little mirrors installed? I have. These little mirrors are useful when you're pulling out on lanes. Gallop discovered. I said we're eastbound and down, loaded up and truckin'. We gon' do what they say can't be done. Why is the stream suddenly cleared? Okay, so let's just show you on the map where we're going. So we started out in Phoenix in Arizona, I think Phoenix is. We then made our way up towards Camp Verde, Holbrook. We're now just going through Gallup. Next town on the list is Martin Penwald's town, of course, Albuquerque. And then up to, was it a fistful of dollars or a few dollars more, or the good, the bad and the ugly? Good, the bad and the ugly, wasn't it? Tucumcari. And then after Tucumcari, we go through the Midwest. And hopefully we're going to end up in Pratt. Now, I know there are those of you that say once a Pratt, always a Pratt, but I can't help it. It's what it is. So that's the plan for this journey. And I have configured the game so we've got plenty of sleep time available, and we do have fatigue active, so that, you know, we do need to sleep on journeys. We can't just drive 24/7, I'm afraid. So you'll all be pleased about that. Oh my god, this is like Santa Pod, just saying. We got the game on, boy. Hang on a sec. Nabis. Bloody penguin in the left mirror. Yeah, well, sorry Don, we've got to have Tuxie up there. The Ryzen 9 here was kind of a panic buy last year on Black Friday or Cyber Monday, can't recall. Good for you, Nabis. Low spec. I might be better off upgrading to a B550 chipset motherboard than CPU upgrade. I'm not sure the B550 would give you that much. I'd have thought you'd have had to have upgraded to something like an X570 gaming motherboard. If a Ryzen 7 avoids having to change the MC, that'd be a plus. Well, I mean, I've got plenty of oomph in my power supplies, so and the thing is, if it's an AM4 CPU, I'll pick one. I've got a this PC is a MicroStar motherboard, MSI, whereas the Windows PC is an AS-ROC. And I think the MSI has more compatibility out the box, which means you don't need to do as many BIOS upgrades, so it's literally just drop in, plug and play, so to speak. So obviously I'll be careful and make sure that any CPU that I do buy is compatible with the MSI motherboard, which I think is a B550, might be a B450 actually. I can't remember, might be a B350, I can't remember. Anyway, it might be an A370 actually. Oh, who knows, fuck knows. I think the MicroStar is an A350 and the AS-ROC is a B450, I think. I think the AS-ROC is the better gaming board, whereas I think the MSI is a, you know, standard budget board. I could be wrong, but I'm sure it is. That's the case. So we need to be thinking about getting the Uncle Ned down. Where to stop? Where to stop? Well, it says there's quite a big place here. So, I guess we could come off, hang a left and go in. Okay, so we need to come off, hang a left and then
proceed to highlighted route.
Yeah, we're on the route, love, because that bed at this speed's filling up like a mother trucker. Just saying. Back it on down, boy.
Exit right.
Now we want to go right, don't we? Right turn, Clyde. That's my Dan Rickles impression. Because he spoke just like Clint Eastwood, didn't he? Just saying. I don't know. Maybe I should go for a AM4 Threadripper, and then I'd be able to compile Gen 2 live on a stream for you all, and you'd be able to, you know, waste a couple of hours of your life watching lines and lines of code going up the screen. What do you think? Do you all fancy that rather than me enjoying myself and loving the gaming? Bit of pain for Ebeez. Do you fancy that? We should have got a Ryzen Threadripper AM4, lob it in the motherboard, and then have a go at compiling Gen 2 live on stream. You think the Threadripper can handle that? Actually, apparently the Threadripper is shit for a gaming. Just saying. Whether that's true or not, one is not sure. So hopefully there's somewhere here that we can park up and get the Uncle Ned down. Where, I don't know. Just here. I'm waiting for it to go. Oh yeah. Oh, let's do it. There's my beautiful MACK cat rig. So it's 5:37 PM. Let's get the old Uncle Ned down and clear the bed. We also need fuel desperately. That looks gorgeous. I don't know if we've gone by the fuel. Or no, I don't think there is any fuel here, is there? Let's have a look on the old Uncle Dat. Yeah, it's across the road. So we'll go across the road. I think we have to go in that way just there.
Calculating route. Please proceed to highlighted route.
So let's make our way round to said fuel stop, because we're going to need some fuel with this Marine Cat C18 diesel engine. It sucks diesel like a mother trucker. I'm hoping the Detroit diesel's going to be a little bit more forgiving on fuel, as I've gone for the short wheelbase 140 gallon This is a slightly longer wheelbase, and I believe it holds 260 gallons, and it still goes through fuel like it's got a fuel leak.
Yards. Turn right. Turn right.
But the one difference this time to previous times is we're actually playing the pants out of the games and leaving them alone and just enjoying the gaming. The profile's done, we're on the Linux Mint. I think there's all the trucks. I think we can get in through here, you know. Oh, sorry, hit the zoom key. Ebeez here, wake up you lazy jive arse truckers asleep in your cabs. Yeah, I thought we could get through. We'd better load up on fuel. There we go. What further advantage would an X570 get me, and would I care cost-wise? Hey up, Craig. I thought you already let off a Threadripper. Well, I have been known to crack a Threadripper out, Craig, but I think it's Michael who's got that one pinned. Just saying. No, Ebeez. Please think. Well, yeah, I mean, really, I shouldn't have called this channel Broken Ebeez. I should have called it Tinker Bob, because I've kind of spent my whole fucking life tinkering and pissing about rather than. The problem is, right, what you're supposed to do is tinker, learn shit, nail it, and then leave it the fuck alone. Well, what I did was learn shit, tinker, and then learn how to tinker the tinker, which isn't conducive, just saying. What I have learned to do is tinker the shit out of stuff and then leave it the fuck alone, and just enjoy the pants out of it. And that's absolutely what I'm doing with my current crop of games. I'm just playing them and enjoying it. And of course, normally Linux is the platform of choice to provide a stability and reliability that other operating systems can only dream about. Having said that, Windows 11 I've not had any issues apart from all the pop-ups and all the shit that goes with it, but that's fairly easily solved. You can remove the telemetry, the co-pilot, the key logging, all that shit. The point is, you shouldn't have to. But the other big difference is Linux Mint is all mine. It belongs to me, to moi. I therefore can do what on earth I like with it. Windblows, on the other hand, well, you're never going to own that in a million years. But by and large, Windows is not bad. It's certainly giving me better surface with the NVIDIA RTX 3050 than what Linux does, that's for sure. Were this box not an all AMD affair, I might have a slightly different opinion. But as it stands, because this is an all AMD box, of course it loves Linux, and it's all working really rather well. So hopefully you guys and girls can see for yourselves. It's magic, it really is, it's amazing. To think what you can do now with consummate ease, and to think of the hoops you used to have to jump through when I was doing Puppy Linux just to get a game to run. said that, I'll keep the Windows 11 box firmly at the side of this Windows PC, and as a backup PC, first and foremost with the Windows, but I can always, if we have a catastrophic hardware failure on this gaming PC, I can always whip the SSDs out of that PC and put them into the Windows PC and boot it straight back up, and it should work. The only downside is the NVIDIA graphics card. That might cause us one or two issues, especially with the ZanMod kernel and the meta drivers. But should the cheap Chinese RX 580 fail, which coming up for 2 years since I bought it, it's not failed me yet. Famous last words. There's the kiss of death. Alba Koyaki.
Keep left.
It might be more prudent just to go out and buy another one off AliExpress for 70 quid. It's a cheap fix, isn't it? Lob it in and you back up and running. I think by far the most important concern is the CPU. I think the Ryzen 5 1600AF is now really not showing its age, but starting to struggle a bit. I mean, this is fantastic that it's doing this sort of performance, but you know, I just think a Ryzen 7 or a Ryzen 9 would just not even get a sweat on, you know what I mean? Whereas the Ryzen 5, well, she has to
Keep left.
she has to sing for her supper a bit, but anyway. I think the X series of motherboards are probably some of the best for gaming, but you see, the thing with Jeff is, Jeff's also got to think about the wattage, the current draw, with it being off grid and on solar. So each time you take a step up in hardware, you know, you get more cache, you get faster bus speeds, faster RAM speeds, la-di-da-di-da. But that all equates to more electricity usage. So it may well be a case, Jeff, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't know, it's your shout, it's your measure, your pleasure, you do what you think is right. But you know, you've already gone, to be fair, Jeff, from an APU to that amazing RX 5700 XT, what Michael sent you, and I'm guessing that combination is using a lot more electricity than your APU did. Granted, it's better performance, better quality, it'll be night and day over the APU, I get that. You know, each little upgrade comes at a cost. The other thing I'm thinking of doing is upgrading this PC's RAM from 16 gig to 32 gig, but I'm not sure or convinced with the games that I play that I'll see any suitable benefit, because I don't play AAA title games. You know, I'm not packing an RTX 5090 Ti, blah blah blah. So, you know, at the minute the 16 gig I've got in the machine is plenty good enough. So again, if it ain't broke, what you fixing it for? Just a thought. So we'll see. Anyway, we'll see. In the meantime, this Cat C18, my God, she's smoother than some of Dom's chat-up lines, just saying. Cripes, is she smooth. And we are absolutely knocking a hole in this 17-hour horn up to Pratt. Just saying. Once a Pratt, always a Pratt, Ebeez a Pratt. And The sun is coming up. Let's go and stay. Look at that. That really is amazing for the budget hardware that I'm currently packing. Come on, get out of the way, dickhead. You know, we got a big rig here. Move out the way, chap. We got the game on, boy. Oh God, I hope this is not an hairpin right. Otherwise, we're right in the doo-doo. I'm assuming we're well by chap face there. Bear with me a second, let me not be ignorant. Cripes. Low spec Linux gaming. Well, at least on Amazon and Newegg, trying to find an X570 that isn't being sold by a scalper is as rare as hen's teeth, really. B450 to 550 would be going from motherboard holding CPU GPU combo back to motherboard letting present combo fully perform, although I actually have no desire to upgrade at all. Happy with what I... Well, the other thing is, Jeff, the games that you're playing and enjoying are so fucking old they'd run on a potato. So why do you feel the need to upgrade? I'm still rocking 4-core 8 threads. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Your streams are fine. I could go 8-core 16 thread CPU with same power draw. You could, but what advantage? Most of the games that you run are probably a single core game anyway. Just saying. To me, that was the most impressive part of Stellar Blade. A 6-year-old GPU is good enough for max settings. I think a lot of the GPU malarkey is hype train, and I think it's designed to get you to keep up with the Joneses and, you know, run the latest. And I don't know, I feel very jaded about it. I also think the Chinese cards are getting so good now that why would you waste money on a regular branded card? You know, when you can pick an RX 580 or 580 up for 70 quid, RX 5700 XT, or is it 7600? I can't remember. It's one of them anyway, for about 130 quid. Why would you be looking to spend 260 quid on a major brand version? Don't get it. Not unless you got money to waste. You're speeding. Well, look, that's an interpretation. You know, we've got a load on here. I'm only 2 miles an hour over said speed limit. It's a little bit bumps the daisy. But once we get in the case, MACK, we'll behave. But I think it's nice to have a bit of wackiness in certain streams. We can't be dedicated zeros all the time. You know, we don't want a situation developing where you guys and girls come to the stream and, you know, I'm here. I'm in my MACK. I've got the absolute correct pressure in my tyres and I won't speed and I'm going for full realism. Yeah, knock yourself out, love. Not going to happen, not on this stream, just saying. There you go, we're not speeding now, we're not spedding. We're doing the sped limit, which is 75. We're fastly approaching sub 7 hour to destination. So it's currently 6:59 AM. Our current ETA is 1:50 PM, and you know, I mean, at these sort of speeds, it's just amazing. You'll notice a hell of a difference when we jump in the case one, that's for sure. The case is more for realism, whereas the cat is more for fun. Well, let's not use the word, I don't like the word realism. Immersion is a better word. So the case is the immersive one, the cat is the fun one, where we can stick the pedal on the metal, burn through that diesel like it's aircraft fuel, and get to centre. It's not doing bad for a marine engine actually. It is supping it, but it's not doing bad. Side of us.
Turn left.
Right, okay. I have also, I don't know if I told you this, put the realistic trains mod in as well. So when we do get to come to rail crossings, etc., where we have to wait for the trains, we shouldn't get trains with 3 or 4 cars or just a loco spedding through. Well, I've got to be honest, people, honestly, Tucum Corrie, that looks fantastic, absolutely fecking awesome. And as I say, I do watch an awful lot of other content creators' streams, and apart from people on really expensive PCs streaming or doing video content in 4K, of which there are a few, to be fair, I've not seen many better than what the quality I'm chucking up on YouTube. I can only fantasise at the sort of quality that I could provide you guys and girls with where I am. You know, a really high-end rig, oh my god. But would it look any better than what we're already putting up? I'm guessing not, unless you're going to stream in 2K, 4K resolution. Maybe even 8K, who knows. But for 1080p, I think we'll struggle to find a better quality 1080p live stream than what we're putting up. I'm fairly confident you won't find a better Linux one, that's for sure. Most of the streams of good quality are on the Windows, just saying. So we're a little bit unique in that respect. Not that anybody really gives a shit, because all they really give a shit about is what they're looking at on screen. They don't really care what produced it, so. Bloody school bus, come out the way, dingbat. Do you know what, I'm going to risk it for a Swisskit, because this guy's really, I thought I might be able to side run him. He was getting right up the Uncle Ned, just saying. You know, we've got the game on. I'm guessing we're firmly in coast to coast territory now, and we're off SCS. Okay, we need to sit at 65. Let's just have a quick butchers. We should be firmly in coast to coast. We're at the other side of Tucum Corrie. Although New Mexico is a DLC, isn't it? So maybe when we cross over the state border here on I-54 heading for Dalhart, maybe that's where the true coast to coast starts. Well, if we suddenly disappear off the end of the world or hit an invisible wall, well, we'll know we're on coast to coast. I think it looks very coast to coast already, to be honest. But we'll have to see. Let me just check the chat, because as I say, I don't want to be rude. Like that Harry Potter game came out, I saw a bunch of smaller streamers. They had to buy new GPUs to run it. Yeah, absolutely, it's ridiculous. You're waiting. No, I'm too pro for that bet. Them days are gone. Now, if AMD made cases, hard drives, AIOs, and memory cables and fans, I could have an all AMD PC. Well, what I mean, Craig, by all AMD is the CPU plus the GPU is all AMD. So, you know, I mean, that's just, you're just being pedantic now. You know what I mean by all AMD. I mean the CPU and the GPU both are manufactured by AMD, so Raiden and Ryzen. I mean, there's also the naming conventions as well. I think the Raiden Ryzen is much nicer to get your head around than RTX plus, you know, i7 4700 900 FK. Just saying. And I think AMD named the Ryzen series to match that of Intel. So Ryzen 5 is the same as a Core i5, Ryzen 7 Core i7, and a Ryzen 9 Core i9. So I just think Ryzen Raiden is much nicer terminology than, you know, Core i5 and an RTX 20 whatever, you know. I mean, I'm just saying, I just think it's a little easier on the consumer. I'm not saying it's any less confusing, but anyway, and it is a bit of trivia for you, Craig. Did you know that the GPU designation RX580 is the most used and released designation for any graphics card ever made? Even Nvidia had an RX 580 back in the day. Would you believe it? Well, you know, you want to be a bit careful, Craig, otherwise I'll have to punish you. I might just have to force you to straighten some of Michael's pins out with a putty knife. Just saying. Just saying. I think, Jeff, that you suffer from the same illness that we all suffer from. You know, you've got a really good platform. Dalhart discovered. And, you know, I mean, I'm loving my hardware, blah, blah, blah. Already thinking about upgrading. Do I really need to upgrade? Well, I'm now at the sweet spot where... Oh. Dump. Where, you know, really there's only American Truck Simulator that would really benefit from a CPU upgrade. Star Wars The Old Republic wouldn't. World of Warships wouldn't. Morrowind certainly wouldn't. Do you know what I'm saying? So you think, start to think, for one game, should I just flog my hardware to death, you know, until it dies on its own arse, and then worry about upgrading? Because, you know, I mean, my rig might be budget, but it's good enough. You know, don't forget I'm not streaming all the while. When I'm playing these games off stream, they run buttery smooth, so you know, can I find better things to spend my money on? The new hardware upgrades, and the answer to that is hell yeah. Sorry, all just me thinking aloud. Man, I could do with a coffee. Wow, sub 4 hours to destination already. What a fucking amazing drive this has been. Really loved it and really loved your company. Let's hope that this is a sign of what's to come. Ebeez is on his way. I ought to do a dual setup where I put the Peterbilt 351 and the Frauenhaus rusty tanker, fuel tanker in, and we can do the dual. I could also put the MACK R700 and again matching tanker, and we could have rubber duck. That's dual, that's rubber duck. But then again, to do that, you're talking about fucking around with a profile. So I'm, you know, although I'm thinking out loud and musing, I'm going to stay away from it. This is definitely coast to coast now. Oh, look at that! Welcome to Oklahoma, home of the state county Mountie. I mean, did anybody tell the Oklahoma Police Department that, you know, Oklahoma Actual Police abbreviated is OAP? I'm just saying. This is pro driving. I bet you're all sat there spitting feathers. Pro driving of the highest quality. We're going to go over on red. Risk it. We're not stopping. You know, look, we've got the game on, and as I'm sure Beck's happy to point out, Schmedding Eve, Schmedding. You know, we've got the game on. We can save the immersion for the case version of this. Just saying. Hey up, Harmy, how you diddly doing? Nice to see you. You're safe and well. Team Red. Yeah, good for you. Well, I'm on Team Red on the Linux and on Team Green-ish on the Windows. I'm really not sure about this. I weren't sure which way that came out. That's okay. This looks fantastic. Oh my god. I mean, really, have you seen this sort of quality on other people's streams? Because I can't find it. Do feel free to post YouTube or Twitch links underneath this live stream when it gets made a video. If you can find anybody else on a Ryzen 5 and an RX 580 that's packing this sort of quality, because I can't, just saying. I mean, let's be honest, I am definitely setting the standards that others will follow, just saying. That's my straight laugh, by the way. Liberal discovered, and we've not called it Pocket Rocket for nothing. Whoosh! See you later, Gator. We're eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We can do what they say can't be done. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. That would be a good song, wouldn't it? Just saying. Look out, boys, just watch old Ebeez run. driven like a pro. I'm modest as ever, as always, super modest. Love helping others, don't like blowing my own trumpet, just saying. But you'd have to agree, this is just amazing. So relaxing and yet so fun and enjoyable. Amazing. And of course this little MACK, as you Americans would say, boy, it's hauling ass. I said, boy, you're hauling your ass. The only thing we could do is a few more choke and pukes along the way. How are we doing for fuel? Well, you know, we're going to be having some serious fun with this profile, I tell you. Once we've got the tarmac beating nailed, this could be invisible wall time. Yeah, there we go. Right there. There's lots of hidden invisible walls in coast to coast. But hey ho. At least it saved us going in that ditch. Now, as I would say, pro driving. Waiting for the chat to light up, endorsing that comment. So, you must have all have gone to sleep. I can't believe there's not 400, 500 watching this live stream with my pro realistic driving in HD, just saying. Let's get up to our cruise speed of 75. This is very coast to coast. Defo. But hey ho, we don't care because we got the game on. Absolutely loving it. Oh, new profile. What are they all parked up for? Oh, it's an incident. We got an incident on here. So, we're about an hour away from our delivery.
Then turn left.
Turn left. Sounds like the GPS is a bit confused. Now, I don't know if it's the same in the States as it is in the UK. But in the UK, a double unbroken line means you don't straddle it. Well, you know, we're Ebeez. We straddled it. And we live to tell the tale, just saying. This is going to be amazing. I need to find the sweet spot for the rain. So it's raining down again. Because so far we've not seen any rain at all. Which is a bit of a letdown. Rain does tend to thrash the PC. It's going to have a jolly good thrashing now and again. Don't you think? I hope I'm not missing anything in the chat. The last chat I've got is Beck saying hi Harmy. So, you know, I just hope we're not missing out on anything here. think for doing the longer hauls, you need an engine that can tow it and mow it. You know, otherwise it's going to be a 3-4 hour stream just to do
then turn right.
a single job. Wow, here we are in Pratt. Wow. What an amazing trip this has been. Just saying. Oh my God. If you're a trucker, you can't not love it, can you? Look at that. Look at that. In fact, I'm going to whip a shot there. That is just too good to pass up. And this is something we'll be doing more often. I mean, look at the composition on that. We can't miss that opportunity, just saying. Let's get it delivered. Let's do it, people. And this should net us a shit ton of XP as well for doing this sort of length of journey. We're on green, jolly good. I mean, just, you know, we've got so many places to discover.
Turn left.
So much to enjoy. And don't forget, we haven't even got ATS expansion in this.
You have arrived.
So we don't have any, you know, automated pickup drop-off points. It's all kind of stock old school. Let's get this little load parked up and unloaded. And then we can load up the case and check that bad boy out. There we go, switch the engine off because it is our own trailer. Check this out, we are going to get a shit ton of XP for this. So we're currently level 5, level 6, ooh, nearly level 7. Beautiful. And we've got another pip, so we'll stick it into, we'll fill up long distance first. New upgraden available. Well, there we go. Wow. And new trailer upgrades available. So let's save that away and we'll swap over to the case as our beautiful short wheelbase case, much more conventional than the Cat. So we don't have low profile alloy wheels on it, and it's a lot more conventional. And we do have a Detroit diesel in it. That looks beautiful, and it is a lot more Star Warsy. Just saying, a lot of Star Wars in here. Why wouldn't there be? So there she is. I think she looks gorgeous. I don't know what the Detroit diesel is going to sound like. One thing we do need to do is F4 it. Yeah. I have beaconed it up, so we're bristling with beacons and LEDs. Why would we not? We ain't got time for ordinary. Case, of course, is a reference to the fact that I love my farm simulator. The case farm machinery. Okay, so I have bought a case trailer to go with it. Oh, I've not. Oh, I've not. What are you talking about, Ebeez? You're full of shit. Okay. Well, but I'm not so sure that the case mod for the livery is cutting it. Okay, well the case isn't working for whatever reason, so maybe the case only works on 53-foot trailers. Okay, so in that instance, let's save it away and let's have a look and see what the description of the case mod actually says. We've got to find it first, haven't we? There it is, the case IH long box. Maybe it's only for the 53-foot trailers. Okay, well I'm going to take that out and see what else we've got available for case trailer skins, because I think that's causing us issues. So we'll have a look first of all on here. I hope you're all. This is outdated, but I don't think it'll go back as 2022. That's got to be 140 something. 145 to 153. So that's no good to us. And that's trailers anyway. Case IH long box. I think that's the one that we've already got. And 2017, so actually that's a bit old. We'd be looking 2019. Again, I don't think there's much on the Steam Workshop for case trailer liveries. There's a farm accessories pack there, but again, I think that's too new. Yeah, 2024, that's way too new. And it's a shame we've not got some kind of farm machinery cargo pack, because it would be perfect for the case. But I really don't think we have. Better farm machinery DLC 2024, too new. Way too new, that's a shame. Because I would love to haul some farm machinery. But anyway, you lot don't need to sit here while I'm musing away. It's a shame that doesn't work. That's the for the new 153 154s, and it just doesn't work with older 137s. So anyway, I'll have a look at that. Let's do a quick search for ATS 1.37 case skins. See what it comes up with. ATS 137 skins. It's not really case skins though, it's just generic skins, isn't it? I mean, these were good back in the day. He was a good modder. But again, there's nothing really that's case-alicious. No, nothing at all. So we could look, of course, at let me just minimize that and put us back into American truck. So we can leave that out. We've only got the MACK in there. So was the MACK Anthem available back in 137? I really don't know. Let's find out. Let's have a look and find out. Well, it says it's live. Yeah, a 1050 Ti indeed. I've still got a 1050 Ti and an RDX 3050. Okay, so let's load up our 389 Peter Blitzen. And yeah. I'm a bit loath to get rid of that because it looks so good. No, we don't know. We've not discovered a MACK dealer yet. All these goddamn truck dealers. Okay, so we can't find out if we have access yet to the MACK Anthem. But we do have access to the beautiful case-liveried MACK R with the Detroit diesel in it. And I guess we can set this up ready for the next live stream before we go. So let's get that done. Let's F4 it. And just do all our selections. For those of you that are on 154, well, you don't have to do any of this. Oh, that even sounds like a Detroit diesel. It's 1:06 PM, isn't it? So we actually don't need to sleep yet. Let's have a look at loads in the freight market. So we're back in Bakersfield. I'm not... Oh, there's a farm machinery there. Up to Eureka. We could take that. How long is there's 20 hours left on it as well. So let's go and pick that up. It's not a case tractor, but it is a tractor. Which is awesome. I'm guessing we need to sort that out a bit, don't we? Let's move it down a bit so we can see said steering weld. Okay, let's check this Detroit diesel out for a run now. This is going to be a lot more realistic than the Cat, because it does have a screaming Detroit diesel in it. So this is going to be a lot more in the way of immersive driving, whereas the Cat liveried MACK R, you just, you know. I've not got that activated, have I? Cabin accessories. Why have I not got that activated? Really, Steben, you idiot. I've not. And we want that activated. Save it away. Okay, let's save it away. There, now we should have a bit of rockery. And our bobblehead should rock and roll if we don't crash into concrete posts. Just saying. Can't see a damn thing, which is as it should be.
In 200 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Dang, this sounds good. We're just going from strength to strength here, people, just saying. Very, very happy. There you go, we've got the case mud flaps on. And before you all start screaming, I know in the States you're allowed to turn right on red, but it's just not for me. Just saying. Come on, flick to green. There we go. Wow. And we're going to pick this little old tractor up there and haul ass over to wherever it is we've got to take it. I didn't pay much attention, but we're hauling ass out of Bakersfield. I think that looks fantastic, people. I think you'll struggle to find better quality than this anywhere on interweb. Just saying.
Turn right.
Let's bring the window down so we can hear the sweet tones of that screaming Detroit diesel 2-stroke, which means we shouldn't have any form of bulldog on the hood, as we don't have a MACK engine in there. That sounds absolutely amazing, just saying. That really does sound good. I wonder if it'll misfire like a 2-stroke, just saying. That just sounds so right and so good. As a recruitment agency, we could hire a few drivers, I guess. We'll see. I can only drive on one truck at a time, can't I? So let's see if this job's available. In Das Feiten Market it is. There's the tractor. It's going to Eureka, so it's a straight up north. SCS delivery.
Calculating.
We can have a bit of that.
Please proceed
all day long. Let's get the beacons on. There's our little load ride over there. Wow. I keep saying wow, but I really genuinely mean it, you know. I think it looks fantastic. I think when it's, you know, midday, it's bright, the sun blinds you. And I think when it's early evening, it's gorgeous, it's subtle. When it's night, and when it's early morning, you can almost taste the freshness in the air. Just saying.
Calculating route.
And there we go. We've just hooked up ourselves a little trailer. But the question is, does the Detroit diesel, which is only, I think, a 335 horsepower, have enough guts to pull it along? Well, I guess we'd better hope it does. This one I put the double headlamps on it, and we have got the roof lights on it. I don't know. I don't think I had a sun visor actually, so we could put the sun visor on when we get a chance, and we can also replace the Bulldog with something else. But anyway, there you go everybody. So I'm going to save this away so we've got a credible save. In the next live stream we'll complete the journey up to Eureka. Is that where we're going? Yep, Eureka. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've absolutely loved it. Thank you all so much for your company, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful evening. Much love to you all. And take care, everybody. Cheers.